can we listen to our own being? Hello guys, thank you for joining me here in my life journey. And today's share is about listening to our own being. Many of us, it's very difficult to acknowledge this because we are not even thinking about it, and we're just probably taking it for granted. But how can we listen to our own being, guys? This is my share with you today, and it is all about acknowledging what is going on with your life. Yes, embracing yourself to the fullest, loving yourself, respecting yourself, being true to yourself. It is very important that we can listen to our own being, because remember guys, you and you alone can do something with your life. And if you can listen to your own being, from there you will grow, and from there you can improve something with yourself. To listen to our own being, guys, we must step out from our own negative self-thoughts. We must understand our own strengths. We must always be kind to ourselves. We must practice meditation and mindfulness. We must have the ability to make the right decision. We must accept ourselves. We must keep a journal and keep monitoring our thoughts and feelings every day. It is very important, guys, that journaling is a part of our daily life. We must focus on ourselves, not to others. We have to work with it. We must trust and start listening to ourselves more than others. Remember to concentrate about yourself and stay focused about yourself and not for others. Start with self-compassion. Give more to yourself and have permission to yourself what you want to do in your life at this very moment. Self-compassion is very important when we are working with ourselves to listen more to our own being. Yes, you must embrace your whole human being. Give yourself permission, and we must embrace vulnerability. We must enforce our personal boundaries. We must listen to our thoughts. We must learn to experience our authentic self. Know what truly matters to you. We must picture our own version of success. Learn to define that, and why we should listen to our own being, because in listening to ourselves, we step outside of the world full of thoughts and feelings that form our stories to allow stronger self-connection. We must learn and grow in that place of awareness with profound positivity impacts on our mental and physical well-being. We must learn to listen to ourselves without judgment or jumping into conclusion. Don't impose your opinions or solutions. Stay focused. Show yourself more compassion and listening more to yourself than others. How can we listen more to our own being, guys? For me, in my own experience, it is very important for me that I have a time for myself, a place of silence and of course, the meditation and the mindfulness, being alone there with your own thoughts. It's very important that we can have the time for ourselves with that. Really guys, it really helps me to listen more about myself, about what I am feeling. It is very important because it is about giving time to ourselves. It is about respecting our feelings. It is about loving ourselves to the fullest. This is very important because we can have that respect to ourselves, that we need to rest our mind. We need to feel our feelings. We need to identify our feelings, and we need to name our feelings. It is very important, guys, that we can work with ourselves with that matter. Of course, it is not easy, probably because of the time, but always take a moment of yourself, guys. Yes, listening of our own being is very important because from there you can sort out the mistakes you've done, the good things you have done. You can sort out that feelings, and at the same time you can correct yourself. What are the mistakes you've been doing? Remember, nobody is perfect. Each and every one of us can commit mistakes. We have our own failures. But guys, if you can listen to your own being, it's really help you to understand more what is going on with your life at this moment. What are you going to do? How can you move forward to the next level of your life? Guys, this is just my share with you guys how I really survive a difficult life here in Norway. I need so much times to be alone than mingling of friends. Of course, I have friends, but many times I have to say no to be with them because I must have time for myself. That is very precious, guys. If you can work with yourself with that, listening to yourself, being alone, respecting yourself, that you need the time to work with your thoughts and feelings. Really, it is very important. Yes, I am telling you that it is very difficult because we have a lot of obligations, we have responsibilities, and many times we have to do things for others before ourselves, and it is very difficult because we want to please others. Stop pleasing others, guys, and instead focus in your own being. Guys, really, it's really very difficult if you don't practice the meditation and the time to be alone. You have to have the time to be alone, to work with yourself, to be, just simply be there with your own thoughts. Don't feel bored, don't feel lonely when you are in the certain moment of just listening yourself. Focus on the now. What is your feeling right now? You have to feel your breathing. You have to know what you are feeling right now. And as the book says, it is very important that we can name our feelings. It is very important that we can give our emotions and feelings a name so we can adjust our attitude, we can adjust our behavior, we can, respect the whole being, the whole own being. Yes, guys. And I am really sharing this with you because many of us is just taking it for granted. Probably because of the culture, many of us is really just now thinking we are not like that. A large portion of this It's about the culture. It depends the culture. But guys, if you really begin reading about self-development books, begin reading about motivational books, there you can understand that developing yourself is a self-work. You have to have that time for yourself. You have to, focus on yourself instead of others. Really, guys, this is very important that you can have this time for yourself, even though it is difficult. And remember, nothing is easy in this life. So you have to have the time for yourself. If you are good listening to others, then you can be also good in listening to yourself. Be good in listening to yourself first before you can be good of listening to others who needed your help, who needed your support, who needed your comforts. Comfort yourself first by listening of your own being. Do it just, simply sitting down there, just be there with yourself. And of course, for me, guys, to listen on my own being, it's really very nice when I am here out by the trees, the nature. It really helps me because of the fresh air. Because when your brain gets the enough oxygen it needs, it becomes easier to think clearly, the headache will be gone, and your mind is clear. Your mind is not heavy, even though you are so stressed from work. So for me, here in the nature, it really helps me to listen my own being, because just the sound, either the birds or the air, really helps me, guys, in that certain moments, especially when I am stressed, when I have a lot of problems needed to be solved. It's really helped me to be out here in the nature. I hope, guys, you will do the same. Take that step by step, listening to your own being first before you can comfort and listen to other people. This is Yundel. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining me here in my life journey. I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you supporting here in my channel. Thank you so much, guys, and I love you all. Bye-bye.